Hey everybody, welcome back to theclinicaltrialsguru.com. Once again, that website address for you is theclinicaltrialsguru.com. It's where we discuss clinical trials in plain English. The majority of the time, our posts are aimed at the research participants or potential research participants, or people interested in perhaps one day participating in clinical trials. But some of our posts are aimed at the research professionals out there. And this particular post is aimed at the research professionals out there, particularly those people in charge of running sites, running clinics, business development, things like that. People in charge of getting new studies and kind of keeping the pipeline going for their respective clinics out there. It's about networking. And in this day and age of social networking, do you have anybody that you partner with? And it doesn't have to be anything formal, nothing on paper. It's just, do you have contacts in the industry, people who are also doing your job? So let's say you're doing business development and you're in charge of bringing in new studies. You should be networking with other people who are doing the same thing. And it gets kind of tricky if they're your direct competitors. So you may want to branch outside of your immediate territory and start networking with some people from out of state, or far enough away to where you're not competing with each other. So it'll make sense to network with them. And I do that. And of course I'm not going to mention names of who I network with, but there's quite a few people that I network with across the country. And some as close as in my own county. Although we don't compete, we're still far enough away to where we have our own patient populations. So if we do end up getting the same study, we still are not worrying about competing with ourselves. And it's worked out to be pretty good as far as business development is concerned. I've gotten a lot of studies just from networking. And it's pretty much like, you give someone a lead, they give you a lead. Maybe they're working on a study that you're not working on, and they know that enrollment's going slow and the sponsor may be looking to add more sites. They're going to let you know. And it certainly has helped me a lot in business, both as the recipient of leads as well as the giver of leads, because when you give people leads, they feel more obligated in a way to kind of return the favor. Even though I never ask anyone to return the favor, it's kind of understood that, if I give you a lead, I'd like to get a lead from you at some point. Because we all get different studies at different times, and we still haven't figured out why certain sponsors or CROs choose certain sites and not others. So sometimes it's just, based on luck, whether a site gets selected for a study or not. And so by networking with other people, and with the internet, this is really not a hard thing to do. Maybe 10 years ago, 15 years ago, people in my position of business development would have to travel to industry functions to network with people. Now you can do it on LinkedIn, you can do it on Facebook, you can do it on Twitter, you can do it by email. You can look at someone's website and call them up. And lately, I have to admit, I haven't been doing it as much as I should because I've been so busy running the actual operations. But when it's time to get new studies, I think about that and I say to myself, hey, I haven't been networking enough. So definitely look to network with others. And if you're someone who's in charge of business development for your research clinic and you'd like to network with me, hey, hit me up. You can go on our Contact Us page and you got my contact information there. So networking is very good for you business development people out there to get new clinical trials. It's very, very underrated. And I don't see enough people doing it. Hope this helps. Let us know if you've been networking with people and how your experiences have been as far as getting new studies for your clinics. TheClinicalTrialsGuru.com. Thanks a lot.